Welcome everybody to the Latin Nerds Network. My name is Jose and this is my review for The Killer's Game, the newest action film starring Dave Bautista, who's no stranger to these kind of films. I like Bautista for what it's worth. He does pretty good for what he's given. He's really good in these roles. So, although I didn't have no interest in this, I'm always, up for a good action film, the next John Wick or whatever you want to call it. I skipped the trailer. My friend told me he kind of told me the premise, and the premise sounds interesting enough. So I was like, all right, let me give it a shot. Right, this could be a shitty film, but whatever. Right. So basically, Dave Bautista, he's an assassin, right? Killer for hire. You got Ben Kingsley here, who is his handler, doing this for about 20 years. He's the best in the game, working over in Europe and doing a job he commits. He ends up meeting a young dancer, Sofia Botella, which he strikes a relationship with, and now he's falling in love and wants to give up his life and be with her, and etc., etc. But unfortunately, around the same time, he's also feeling a little off, right? He's gotten suffering from these headaches and dizzy spells, tunnel vision, etc. He goes to the doctor, and he is eventually diagnosed with a terminal disease, a rare neurological disorder into his brain. It's going to cause him to lose his motor functions and eventually kill him in 3 months' time. So he can't really kill himself. So on an effort to get an insurance policy to leave all his money to Sofia Botella's character, he decides to go to a rival because his own handler won't okay it, but he pays her $2 million to put a contract out on his life. And she's more than happy to do it because she actually wants him dead. But about 5 minutes until the contract begins, he gets a call from the doctor, and now he's told, oh, wait, we messed up. You're not dying after all. They mixed up the results with somebody else. So now in 5 minutes left to go, it's too late. He can't cancel his contract he put himself. So now he has to kind of go out and survive and find a way to get out of it. And that's kind of the basic premise of the film. So it's kind of interesting, where he thought he was dying, now he isn't. So shit, shit hit the fan at that point. Now every, Dick, Larry, and Harry assassins going after him. It's $2 million. Why not? So I like the premise, like this kind of assassin world. John Wick's such a, and I hate comparing it to John Wick, but this is kind of the world that's set up, right? Where have this network of assassins and killers and all that. And I'll say this is obviously no John Wick, clearly, but it's not a good film, honestly, but at the same time, I like parts of it and it was still kind of entertaining. This is your classic Taco Bell film where it's shit, it's made of shit, but goddamn it, at 2 in the morning, you're kind of drunk, it tastes delicious. And this is exactly what this movie is, right? You watch it at 2 in the morning, a little bit drunk, and you're going to get some enjoyment out of it because as an action film, I like some of the stuff, and some of the action is done pretty well, and it's definitely a little bit over the top and definitely gruesome at times, and I like that, but it's not executed well enough for me to say, yeah, you guys gotta go watch this film right away, right? This is a movie, save it to go watch it at home. And listen, there's a lot of issues with the film. The premise is cool, and I like Batista in it, but it's over stylized at times, and it tries to be funny, and some moments do actually work, and it's a really good bit with the priest towards the end of the film, which really worked. And the action is okay, some really cool choreography. Scott Adkins in this, who's great. Terry Crews, another one who's in, haven't seen him in a while, so I like him as well. But overall, it seemed almost too cartoony at times and didn't take itself seriously, which worked and didn't work at the film at the same time. It was a little over the top. The characters were a little over the top. So it's hard to really kind of get into the film. It kind of took me out of it. Like, listen, I know every action film is ridiculous. Let's be honest, right? People do things that they never do in real life. We get all that. But this one, sometimes it just took it a little too far. Well, literally, Batista's picking up people and throwing them across the room. I mean, it's a bit much. People are jumping from, heights and they land on their feet. Okay. It gets to be a bit much sometimes. And even the blood, which I can't stand to use CGI blood. I just... There's no need for it. It's just lazy. So again, there's issues here, but there are also some good things. Some of the action is well done, some very creative, some good choreography, and I really appreciate that. Like a good action film that's done well. And although not everything's executed perfectly, it's well enough so I can say, it's 2 in the morning, pop it in, on streaming. Like I said, I wouldn't rush to the theater to watch this, but it's worthy enough and entertaining enough to go watch, well, at least to watch it at home and have a good time with it. Again, this is not going to be for everybody because it is kind of silly at times and a little over the top, and sometimes it works, sometimes it's not. The theater was laughing loud, so they seemed to really enjoy it. But again, pure entertainment, sure. A good film, no. So take that for what it's worth. Like I said, I probably watch this at home if I were you. do what you will. But if you do watch it, comment below, let me know what you guys thoughts. And of course, if you haven't done so already, subscribe below and feed the money to go to the movies and talk about it afterwards. See you guys next time.